Zachary, are you worried about Dead Reckoning's box office? Do you think the hype train of Top Gun Maverick, consistency of the franchise, and positive reviews will help the film? Well, I would need to know why you're worried about its box office to be able to fully answer that question. That movie cost close to $300 million. That's a reason to be concerned because the budget is so high. If that's your concern, we share the same concern. The budget of that movie probably skyrocketed a good bit because of COVID. That some of it is that they're trying to make these big, gigantic, massive films with gigantic stunts like you've never seen before. And then you add into it, the movie was shot during the peak of kind of COVID restrictions. So there's this whole incident. Well, to make the movie, Tom Cruise paid to have like a cruise liner that the crew lived on, so they weren't around people in the real world. They tested everyone every day, and there was this incident where Tom Cruise like went off on the staff, and some people recorded it and leaked it like, Tom Cruise is crazy, he's a total jerk. Well, if you're lucky enough to be working on a Mission Impossible movie during COVID, Tom Cruise is paying for you to be on a cruise ship, and you can't stay 6 feet away, maybe you're the jerk. Like, you're getting to work on a cool project. All you have to do is stay 6 feet away. Now, I understand people have their many different thoughts on COVID restrictions and what was too. If you choose to work on a Mission Impossible movie, you chose to be there, you knew it was during COVID, and he's paying a lot. I'm gonna let him be a little bit crazy. Do you think the hype train of Top Gun Maverick, consistency of the franchise, and positive reviews will help the film? Well, I mean, I think it's all of that. This is a franchise that it probably peaked with Mission Impossible 2 in terms of just popularity, which you might hear that and go, what? Mission Impossible 2? That's the worst one. Right, but it was also the movie where it made the most money. Just did great. And I think it was the number one movie of the year that year. So it did great, and then the third one came out after Tom Cruise had kind of had a fall from grace because of his weird behavior. It's been steadily performing over the last decade and making solid numbers. So it's a franchise that, it's a mainstay. People know it. People trust it. They know what they're going to get, and they know that it will deliver, and reviews are always solid. And we're coming off of this kind of high point for Tom Cruise's career. You've got a guy that's been in the industry for 40 years. Putting out big, gigantic hit movies, and he had his biggest movie last year. And so for maybe the last decade or so, Tom Cruise hasn't had a movie that's kind of really brought in all demographics and just been a, blockbuster billion-dollar thing at that like highest grossing kind of level. And then he did that with Top Gun Maverick. And even like I drove teenagers a few weeks back, and we're talking, and teenagers love Top Gun Maverick. It stars 60-year-old Tom Cruise, but they still love it. And so I think all of those things is why I'm not worried the movie will underperform by a reasonable amount. Will it be able to be fully profitable in light of them having to spend so much money? I don't know. It's tough to be profitable when you spend $300 million on your film if it's not Endgame and Infinity War. Because that's just such an astronomical number to have to make $1 billion, $900 million to be profitable.
Most of these clips are pulled from my weekly Patreon live stream. Join at any level and you can join the chat and ask all the questions you want. That's for as little as $2 per month. For $5 per month, you can get your name on my end card. For $25 per month, you can have a monthly video chat with me. Link is in the description for more details, and keep talking movies and TV too much.